What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are talking about game design and probably the most important principle in game design, which will either make or break your game. What I have learned in my experience of making mobile indie games is that the core game loop is the most important aspect that will determine whether your game is successful or not. You see, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. When I first started, I didn't have a huge budget to create jazzy looking games with amazing artwork and special effects. They were very simple games, yet they still performed pretty well and were able to generate me some decent revenue. And then I've been on the other end of the spectrum where I've invested thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars into games and they've underperformed. And what I've come to realize is that it doesn't matter what type of special effects or graphics or how amazing your game looks. If your game's core loop is shit, then that game will not make any money. You see, great graphics and effects, they're not going to make your crap game good. But if you have a good core game loop, which means that the core action inside of your game, the thing that you do over and over again that makes the game fun, if that is good, you can always add those layers of graphics and special effects and make it more aesthetically pleasing, and then it will do even better. But without the core game loop, if it's not fun to play, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your game will ultimately fail. And that's something that we often overlook. We get so caught up on making the game look amazing, we get caught up on the characters, the story, the levels, and we just don't focus enough time on that core game loop. There's a funny story that the developers of everybody knows Super Mario, they spent 3 weeks on getting the jump action in that game perfect to get it as the most fun experience that they can. And as you know, the most fun aspect of that game is jumping. They knew the importance of getting that core game action very polished and fun. Even these days, if you go to a publisher and you want to get a publishing deal, they will ask you for a very basic prototype of your game just to test that core game loop to see if it's fun. If people aren't going to be coming back into the game, or they're not going to play at least 10 sessions per day, or whatever the benchmark for your audience is, then that game is not going to be able to monetize. It's not going to have the retention to do any good revenue. Many times you can borrow inspiration from other games where you actually find that the core loop is very similar. For example, you take a game like Color Switch and Flappy Birds. Both have the same experience where you have to tap the screen and either make the bird fly or make the ball go up through certain obstacles. So it's kind of the same thing, just kind of with a different twist. So find out in your niche what makes the games fun, take those principles and apply it to your own game, and that way you have way higher chances of finding success with your game. If you're not having any success with your games at the moment, you can always go back, check that core game loop, see if it's any fun to play, if people will find it fun, and that's a great place to start. So I hope you guys found some good value in this video. On another note, I did promise you guys an update with regards to the revenue of our newly released bingo game. So in the last 11 days, the game has generated $257, which is pretty great considering that is all organic free traffic from the App Store. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I created a series where I took a simple mobile game, added the right monetization with free traffic from the App Store to see if we can get that game to around $1,000 per month. So far we are on the right track, so I will update you again after the 30 days and see where we are. If you guys would like to learn how to create simple games that generate consistent revenue, please check out my free ebook in the link below. It's completely free, my gift to you, so you have nothing to lose. So if you guys enjoyed that video, if you found some value, please, you know the drill, smash that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe and peace out.